All right, how can you scale your Google Ads with this analysis? So this was discovered and presented to me, and I thought was a genius idea. So I don't claim this at all, but it's a fantastic analysis. We go over what's getting attention, spend, conversions, and meeting your ROAS goal in the ad account, being able to identify different tiers, and then segmenting out products that are not getting the attention in the account. So if you're looking for ways to scale your Google Ads account and you can't, there's products that you can't get awareness on that you would like to get awareness on. Um, there's many ways to take this information and be able to use it to help grow your account. So I'm going to show an example since I removed any confidential information. I'm going to see here. All right. So here's a report. This is a zombie SKU report is what we like to call it. I don't claim that name either. But we take the last 90 days of product data in Google Ads, export that, bring it in here, and then we end up generating this report. And so what we want to do is we'll take a tier 1, tier 2, and then a zombie SKU. Those are the tiers. And these are generated based off of results. So we'll have anything that has at least one conversion and is meeting a ROAS goal. Those products fall into here. Anything that has, basically anything that has conversions, but are not meeting a ROAS goal, then fall into here, with everything else kind of falling here. You'll see a few, like there's a few that have a conversion. Those are fractional conversions. That's why they didn't make it into tier 2. So you'll see from this particular client, they have about 6,664 products. And you'll see over here are revenue, items, and percentage of ad investment. You can see tier 1, tier 2. So they have a 3x goal, and I have a 4 and 5x for their tier 1, tier 2s, and it's making up, what's this, 97% of their revenue, and it's only 13% of their products. And you're thinking, well, usually there's 80% of revenue comes from 20% of products. Now, this is coming from 13%, so there's definitely room to grow that. And there's one I analyzed today, actually, that it was from less than 2% of their products. And then you could see the ad investment. So what we like to do is use this and take these products, keep them in their current campaigns, and then break out these. Say, all right, why does that work? What does that do? It's like, okay, Google loves to go after the products that it has data on, and then it just hyper focuses on those because that's what it can learn from. It has data at the product ID level, and it uses that to find other people like them. And then if it's in Performance Max and you have multiple touch points, then it's going to go find, all right, what image or headlines, what did they search? How many touch points did it take? But it's going to keep gravitating towards what they have data on that's getting the results. So then you end up in this scenario where you have 13% of the products making up 97% of the revenue. It's like, well, what happened to all the other products? Like, are they just going to sit in the account? Sometimes they get some ad spend and not the best data there. And so what we do then, in this particular case, it worked out fine. They sell particular kind of rings I won't get into, but rings, and we broke out all those other products that weren't getting spend and attention. I mean, they had a percentage of investment, but all the data in there was for those 13% of the products. So that's what got the best results. We break those out, keep all the data where it's at and the products where it's at that are getting the results. So we're not taking away products we're not removing the data from the products. We're keeping all that together. Things that didn't have good results or didn't get any awareness, we're segmenting out. Then we're launching a campaign with those products to let Google find the next winners. Now, that's not, an unheard of way to go about it. Usually you might do it by, all right, if I have all my products, I'll take the next product segment that does the best, keep it in there, segment out the rest. Similar method, but this is a little bit different. So it's a different way of going out about it. So I have a client that we did this back for in October, and that campaign has spent over $22,000 and has generated over $62,000 in that time period. And this is a 4-month time period. That's money they weren't getting before from those products. They saw a 392% increase for all of their campaigns when I exclude branded search. So branded search is not, inflating this. So they saw a very big lift in revenue in that time frame. And this is year-over-year comparison. This isn't period-over-period because it's mostly Q4. So there is a bias here if you were to do a period-over-period, but year-over-year compared to the same time as last year. And I would argue that 2023 was better for a lot of companies than 2024 was. But Q4, I think, did pretty well for most brands. Not all, but most. And so that was a huge lift and a lot of money they did not get the previous year that they got this year from breaking out those products and increasing your awareness on other products that weren't getting attention before. So I'd encourage you to go try this, set this campaign up, do that analysis, set it for your standards, for your goals, and see how you can scale your Google Ads account through this zombie/dead SKU report.